Imagine two people who earn the exact same amount of money. One builds wealth over time, the other struggles financially. Why? What separates them isn't how much they make. It's how they think about money. Today, we're diving into the fascinating psychology behind how we earn, spend, save, and invest. Because money isn't just about numbers, it's about human behavior. And understanding that can change the way you manage your finances forever. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of why we make irrational financial choices, how emotions influence our spending, and how we can rewire our thinking for better financial health. Let's start with something fundamental: the emotional side of money. One of the biggest debates in personal finance is whether money can actually buy happiness. The answer? Yes, but only to a certain point. A famous Princeton study found that happiness increases with income, but only up to about $75,000 per year. After that, more money doesn't necessarily mean more happiness. Why? Because while money can relieve financial stress, it doesn't automatically lead to fulfillment. Beyond a certain threshold, happiness is more about how we use our money rather than how much we have. Experiences over possessions, security over status symbols, freedom over luxury. So the question isn't just, how much do I earn? But, how do I use my money to improve my life? How we feel about money is deeply shaped by our experiences, especially in childhood. If you grew up in a household where money was tight, you may have developed what's called a scarcity mindset. A scarcity mindset makes us feel like there's never enough, so we make short-term decisions just to get by. This can lead to risky financial behaviors, like taking on unnecessary debt or avoiding investing out of fear of losing money. On the other hand, an abundance mindset allows us to see money as a tool that can grow over time. Instead of fearing financial decisions, we make long-term choices that benefit us later. Recognizing which mindset you've developed is the first step to changing it. Have you ever hesitated to sell a stock at a loss, hoping it'll bounce back? Or refused to let go of a bad investment? That's loss aversion at work. Loss aversion is a psychological principle that says losing $100 feels twice as painful as gaining $100 feels good. Our brains are wired to avoid losses, even if it means missing better opportunities. This bias affects everything from investing to gambling to everyday purchases. And businesses take advantage of it, offering free trials knowing that once we have something, we're reluctant to give it up. Understanding this bias can help us make more rational financial choices, like cutting losses early instead of holding on to bad investments out of fear. Ever heard of the marshmallow test? It was a famous experiment where kids were given a choice. Eat one marshmallow now or wait 15 minutes and get two. The kids who waited, they went on to have higher incomes, better health, and greater success later in life. Why? Because delaying gratification is one of the most important predictors of financial success. But in today's world, everything is designed for instant gratification: credit cards, one-click shopping, social media ads pulling us into impulse buys. If we want to build wealth, we have to train ourselves to think long-term. That means resisting impulse purchases, avoiding lifestyle inflation, and focusing on financial goals that truly matter. Humans are social creatures. We compare ourselves to others constantly, especially when it comes to money. This is why people buy cars, clothes, and houses they can't afford, just to keep up appearances. Social media makes this worse, because we're constantly bombarded with images of luxury lifestyles. But remember, most people are only showing their highlights, not their financial struggles. The wealthiest people aren't the ones who spend the most. They're the ones who control their spending and invest wisely. Now that we understand the psychological traps that shape our financial decisions, let's talk about how to break free from them. Because knowledge alone isn't enough, change happens when we apply these lessons to real life. This section will cover how to rewire our money mindset, build better financial habits, and create long-term wealth. Let's start with something fundamental, our mindset. Most people think that financial success is about income. But studies show that it's more about how you think about money than how much you make. This is why some people with six-figure salaries still live paycheck to paycheck while others with modest incomes build wealth over time. It all comes down to financial mindset. We talked earlier about the scarcity mindset, the belief that there's never enough. This leads to short-term financial decisions, fear of investing, and a cycle of living paycheck to paycheck. On the other hand, people with an abundance mindset see money as something that can grow. They look for opportunities rather than limitations. They believe wealth is built over time, not through luck or shortcuts. How to apply this in real life? 1. Change your money script. Pay attention to how you talk about money. Do you say things like, "I'll never be rich" or "money is evil"? These beliefs shape your reality. Instead, reframe them. "I am capable of building wealth over time." 2. Surround yourself with the right people. If you constantly hear negative money talk, it reinforces a scarcity mindset. Follow financial educators, join communities that focus on wealth building, and learn from people who have mastered their finances. 3. Look at money as a tool, not a goal. Wealth isn't just about accumulation, it's about what money allows you to do. See it as a means to gain freedom, security, and options in life. One of the biggest reasons people struggle financially is fear, especially fear of losing money. This is why so many people hoard cash in savings instead of investing. The problem? Inflation erodes cash over time. If you're not investing, you're actually losing money in the long run. Understanding risk and reward, investing isn't gambling, it's about making informed decisions. The stock market, historically, has returned around 7 to 10% annually over the long term. That means if you invest consistently, your money grows exponentially due to compound interest. Let's take two people, Alex and Jordan. Alex starts investing at age 25, putting in $300 per month. Jordan waits until 35 to start investing the same amount. Even though Jordan invests for the same number of years, Alex ends up with nearly double the wealth at retirement. Why? Because of compound growth. The earlier you start, the less you have to invest to reach the same goal. How to get started without fear? Educate yourself. Read about index funds, ETFs, and basic investing principles. Start with books like The Psychology of Money or The Simple Path to Wealth. Start small. Even investing $50 per month gets you in the habit. Use automation. Set up automatic contributions so you don't have to think about it. Most financial mistakes happen because people think short-term. We prioritize immediate comfort over long-term security. How to train yourself to think long-term? 1. Visualize your future self. Studies show that when people feel connected to their future selves, they make better financial choices. Use an aging app or picture where you want to be in 10, 20, or 30 years. 2. Delay gratification. Use the 30-day rule. If you want to make a big purchase, wait 30 days. If you still want it after a month, it's probably a worthwhile investment. 3. Track your progress. Seeing your net worth grow over time, even slowly, can motivate you to stay on track. Now that we've covered mindset, let's talk about daily habits. Because small habits, done consistently, create massive financial change over time. Habit 1. Automate everything. Most of us struggle with discipline, but the good news is discipline isn't required if you automate smart financial habits. How to do this? Automate savings. Set up automatic transfers to a savings account right after payday. This prevents you from spending first and saving later. Automate investing. Use apps like Acorns, Wealthfront, or automatic 401k contributions to build wealth effortlessly. Automate bill payments. Avoid late fees and improve your credit score by setting bills on autopay. When you remove human error and emotion, your finances improve effortlessly. Habit 2. Spend based on priorities, not impulses. Most people spend money emotionally. But the key to financial success is spending intentionally. The conscious spending plan. Identify your top 3 priorities. Maybe it's travel, health, or investing. Spend freely on these but cut ruthlessly on things you don't care about. Use the 50/30/20 rule. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings/investing. Avoid lifestyle inflation. As you earn more, don't automatically upgrade everything, invest the difference instead. The goal isn't to restrict spending, it's to align it with what actually brings you happiness. Habit 3. Build an emergency fund before anything else. Before you invest aggressively, you need a safety net. Why? Because unexpected expenses happen, and without a cushion, people go into debt. How much should you save? Minimum 3 months of expenses. Ideal 6 to 12 months for more security. Store this in a high-yield savings account, easily accessible but separate from your everyday spending money. Debt isn't just a financial burden, it's a psychological one. Studies show that debt increases stress, anxiety, and even affects physical health. Why do people stay in debt? The minimum payment trap. Credit card companies design minimum payments to keep you in debt longer. Emotional spending. Shopping to feel better often leads to more debt. Normalization of debt. Society treats debt as normal, making people less urgent about paying it off. How to escape the debt cycle. 1. Use the debt snowball or avalanche method. Snowball method. Pay off the smallest debt first for psychological wins. Avalanche method. Pay off the highest interest debt first to save more money. 2. Negotiate interest rates. Many lenders will lower rates if you ask. 3. Find extra income streams. A side hustle, selling in used items, or freelancing can help pay off debt faster. Once you're debt-free, every dollar works for you instead of against you. Wealth isn't about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and grow. And most importantly, wealth is about freedom, the ability to live life on your own terms. If you take anything from this video, remember this: small, consistent financial decisions will make you richer than any lucky break ever will. So what have we learned today? Money isn't just about numbers. It's about psychology. Our upbringing, biases, and emotions all play a huge role in how we handle money. If we want to take control of our financial future, we have to understand these mental traps and make intentional choices. That means shifting from scarcity to abundance, delaying gratification, and resisting social pressure to overspend. At the end of the day, money is just a tool. It's not about how much you have, it's about how well you manage it. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you think differently about money, be sure to like and subscribe. And let me know in the comments, what's the biggest financial lesson you've learned so far?